So this is a what-if universe, meaning things differ and events change from the main Marvel 616 continuity. And this specific story changes from the point where Spider-Man got rid of the Venom symbiote originally, and instead of it going to Eddie Brock, it found other hosts leading on new adventures. Now my name is AJ, and let's get into it. So as the story begins, we pick up with Sabretooth casually walking down a New York street. And as he arrives at a specific bar, he walks in and sees a certain short man with an adamantium skeleton taking a drink, otherwise known as Wolverine. And as Sabretooth approaches, Wolverine then says, "Word on the street is that my old pal Sabretooth was stupid enough to try and sell an alien to the highest bidder. So hand over the goods and I'll let you leave here without a limp." As we see them stand face to face, squaring up and getting ready for a fight, as Sabretooth here is carrying a little package and surprise on his back, an alien, the symbiote. As in the previous part, originally, instead of the symbiote going to Eddie Brock like it does in normal canon, it went to She-Hulk. And with the symbiote-controlled She-Hulk causing a wreckage, Sabretooth was hired by some unknown person at this point to try and capture a piece of the symbiote, which he is successful in doing, leading us to where we are right now. But moving back over to where we are in the main story, just then Sabretooth lunges for Wolverine, starting their battle. We kind of see that it's really one-sided, with Sabretooth getting the upper hand at almost every turn, completely dominating Logan, with him even saying, "Xavier and his cult has really done a number on you, Logan," before this angering Wolverine, causing him to jump up and lunge for Sabretooth, literally impaling him straight in the chest to almost no effect, as Sabretooth literally laughs it off, calls him pathetic, and lands a mean headbutt on him, flooring him. Wolverine is going out sad here, as Sabretooth continues to stomp on his head into the ground. But as Sabretooth thinks he's won and turns around, suddenly Logan gets back up with his claws, cutting the thing on his back, holding the alien, which causes the Venom symbiote to lunge for Wolverine, in which we find out something that's really interesting about Sabretooth and why he is even here looking for Logan. You see, no gang or anything hired him. His real employer wants something that money cannot buy. They want chaos, as we literally see the symbiote start to wrap around Logan, taking him over and controlling him. And you might be saying, wait, Sabretooth only grabbed a little piece from She-Hulk. How is Logan almost getting a full symbiote? Well, as the alien continues to consume him, it enters his mind and speaks to him, saying, "Because of Victor, we were nothing more than a severed appendage, but your healing factor makes us whole again," meaning the little piece of symbiote combined with Wolverine's healing factor made it grow into its complete form. So now not only is She-Hulk still out there venomized, but so is Wolverine now. And as Sabretooth quickly skedaddles, we see two police officers enter the bar to see what all the commotion was, which is very bad news for them, as the Venom symbiote completely takes over Wolverine, literally capturing his mind, imprisoning him inside, meaning right now Logan has no control over his body, it's fully Venom. As the cops scream in fear, trying to shoot the symbiote to no effect, as Venom literally takes them down one by one, killing and eating them. And if you thought normal Venom was powerful, just imagine what a Venom with an even more powerful healing factor and a set of adamantium claws thanks to Wolverine can do. Yeah, it's not pretty. As we then move over to see Venom stalking the city at night, with even the civilians of New York City looking up in horror at this new beast. And with the Venom symbiote now talking to itself, saying, "With Logan trapped in a cage of his own trauma, we are free in answer to no one. Delicious morsels everywhere." And while Venom's out in the real world enjoying its freedom, we cut over to see what Wolverine is doing inside of his mind prison. We see he is trapped in some sort of test tube, mimicking back where he was during the Weapon X phase in facility, with him even saying this cannot be real, but it sure feels real. But enough thinking and start punching, as he starts to punch through the tube that is holding him and eventually breaking free. And as he is out, he starts to remember himself and who he is, saying this right here, "It is not real, but a past memory. Right now, you are out there. You're an X-Men, and you are ambushed by Sabretooth, who planned for you to bond with an alien organism on behalf of his mysterious client." And while Wolverine thinks he is making progress to try and break free from his little prison here, he's going to soon find out that it's all in vain. But for now, we cut over back into the actual real world, where we see Venom still admiring his new body, saying, "We like this host, an indestructible body wrapped in a broken mind, so far superior to the rest of the species." As he pops his claws, "The city is vast, possibilities endless, but we must think bigger if we want to bend it to our will. We are hungry, always hungry, so snack now and domination later." As Venom looks down at the city before jumping off, looking for a new victim to eat. And he finds his target, a young kid in a high-speed chase with the police. And as Venom intercepts the chase, saying, "Not to worry officers, we are on the case," He stomps on the car, making the driver flip out. But before he can fall and get hurt, Venom grabs him, saying time for our reward, as he literally goes to eat him in front of the public, where everybody can see. Moving back over to Wolverine, we see it's almost like a loop, with him back inside of the test tube, almost like nothing has happened and no progress at all. With him even coming to this realization, saying that he's reliving his own nightmare. But Logan is many things, one of them being a man of strong will, as he then makes his mind to escape, saying, this alien thinks it has me trapped here, but it forgets that a wild animal will do anything to set itself free. Time to kill my way out of this mind prison, and this time, I am leaving out of the front door, before popping his adamantium claws, making his final stand, saying, you've messed with the wrong animal, bub. And what does this mean exactly? Well, we will soon find out, as right now we switch back over to the real world with Venomized Wolverine, as it starts to reminisce about its recent past, saying Peter Parker has abandoned us, but then we found Jennifer Walters, the She-Hulk. If only we found Logan instead, basically saying how Logan is a better host due to his broken mind. But ironically, as Venom is thinking how much better of a host Logan is, it seems Wolverine is finally able to break out of the mind prison as he plunges his fist through Venom's chest from the inside out, saying, you've been driving long enough, bub, it's my turn to steer the ship. As they fall from the top of the church, straight plummeting down to the ground. And as the dust clears, we see Logan continue to claw his way out of the Venom symbiote, completely butt naked at that, but at least he is finally free. And as he reveals that their little mind connection, it went a two-way streak. Wolverine says how he also saw Peter and Jennifer's lives within the Venom symbiote and how Venom ruined it. And with that, Wolverine now holds a grudge against the symbiote. Not wanting to kill it, or at least at this point he doesn't even know how to, he decides he's going to break the symbiote, house train it in a way, resist it until he can break it down into dust and bend it to his will. And as the symbiote changes back into its normal streetwear, Logan puts it on, continuing their symbiotic bond. But as he is in the middle of redressing, we see somebody come up and approach him. Someone named Stephen Grant, who is not only a billionaire with a lot of resources, but in the Marvel Universe, Stephen Grant is also one of the personalities of the Moon Knight. Now, if that is the case in this what-if universe, who knows? But it would be interesting if it was. But we see Steven approach Logan with a proposition. The symbiote has fully bonded to you and there's no denying it. Extracting it from you is going to take much more than adamantium and simple brawn. And I've put together a team of specialists that have successfully established a detachment procedure. So either come with me, or you can take your own chances on it, eventually weaponizing your trauma again. As he gets in his car with an open door and invitation, and it is left open-ended if Logan actually accepts it, as we will find out in the next issue. But for now, we move over back to the bar where Sabretooth originally fought Wolverine and the bonding process happened, where we see the carrying device still there on the floor in the broken pub. And as it is there, it seems there is another person visiting it too, saying, you are not what it seems, are you? As it is none other than the master of the mystic arts, Doctor Strange. Now, if his appearance is anything to go off of, it seems Stephen Strange might be the next victim on Venom's list to infect. But of course, that's the end of this issue. So what do you guys think about this story? Now, it is a what if, so it's interesting to see what they can do with it. And so far, not anything too crazy has deviated from the original source. But of course, with the introduction of Doctor Strange and even potentially Moon Knight, it seems there is a lot more room for things to get crazier, as currently this is an ongoing series. So of course, subscribe to the channel if you would like to stay up to date with this and other amazing videos we produce and have here. Or just like this video if you've enjoyed it. As always, thank you for watching.